What is up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be building Mocs based off of every single clone legion that I have. Let's get started. The first Moc that I'm going to be building is a Minban Moc with just regular phase 1 grunts. But the special part about this is the clone captain, lieutenant, and sergeant that have also been included in this Moc. I also added a little Minban trooper in there as well. Yes, I know, another Christophsis Moc, but this time I'm going to be showing off the 501st phase 1 clone troopers. I have 13 Mocs on the way, and it's all going to be 16 by 16 base plates. I might be going through them a little bit too fast, but at the very end they're all going to be showed off. My next Moc is going to be the 41st Elite Corps, and I'm going to be basing the Moc off of when Ventress and a whole bunch of super battle droids attack a ship that's holding Newt Gunray. So you know I had to add in Commander Gree and 2 other clones, as well as just adding some extra crates for extra detail. The next Moc that I'm going to be doing is the 212th Attack Battalion. This Moc is going to be based off of Ryloth, and is going to feature Commander Cody, General Kenobi, as well as just a regular clone grunt. I also added Ayla Secura as my Twi'lek fighter. Next up, continuing down the line, we have our Commander Bly as well as the 327th Sky Corps Battalion. Since Ayla Secura was already used in the Ryloth Moc, she can't be used in this one. But Felucia is definitely a Moc that I'd like to come back to. Now finishing out the phase 1 clone troopers, we're moving on to our phase 2. I'm going to yet again do our 212th Attack Battalion, using some airborne troopers as well as some regular 212th and Commander Cody. They're all going to be fighting an Octopyro droid on the edge of a cliff where I added some railings to add some extra detail to the land. This Moc is probably one of my favorites out of all of them. Next up, we have another 212th Attack Battalion, but this time I'm going to be using the Geonosian Battle Pack clone troopers instead of the regular ones. So you know I gotta make another Geonosian Moc. Again, I don't have Nougat, so I'm using Dark Tan as the contrast to the Dark Orange, which has a flat landscape. The next Moc I'm going to be doing is a 91st Recon on Seleucami. This time I'm actually adding the General onto the Moc, as well as Commander Nail in the famous speeder bike, which I was able to add in some water because I bought some 1x1 trans studs of blue the color. This next Moc is going to feature Bad Batch attacking Crosshair, as well as just a regular clone grunt. Since I didn't really know where to put the Bad Batch, because I do have them as clones, but they don't really have their own legion. The scenery is just sort of a base. This next Moc that I'm going to be building is a Siege of Mandalore. I'm going to be using my 332nd Division clone troopers, as well as some Maul Mandalorians, as well as some Death Watch troopers. I also added my own custom Vaughn into the mix. Now moving on to the last 3 Mocs, this next one is going to be Classic Kashyyyk Moc. Again, I'm going to be using the 1x1 trans blue studs to act as water as I did in my Seleucami Moc. In this Moc though, I'm not going to be adding Commander Gree because he wasn't really on the ground battle during the fight. Now moving on to our 501st Moc, I'm going to be placing them on Umbara. For some elevation, I'm going to be adding it in the back right corner, just adding a little hill into the Moc, as well as Captain Rex, 5s, and a dead clone trooper. Now moving on to our last and final Moc, I'm going to be making the new 187th Legion. And since I didn't know where I wanted them to be, I wanted to make a new Moc and put them on more of a foresty planet. 13 Mocs, full of every single clone legion that I have, including the Bad Batch, and it took a whole bunch of pieces. It's all on 16 by 16 plates, and it's 13 different little Mocs all across this. I have 3 212 Mocs, but I thought this really turned out well and is quite a good display, and I tried to make them all kind of a different variety of like different places. A couple of them kind of look the same, but that's okay. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this type of content, consider subscribing. Hit the like button down below if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next video.